Hi, I'm Heath Buckmaster here at KVIE, and we're here with our special musical guest for the summer, Jody Quine. She's from Canada, and she's taking a tour through the United States right now, promoting her new album.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. It's so great to get to spend the day with you as well.
Yeah,
I'm just
we're
loving
looking
that.
forward to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty having a great time driving down the coast, hitting San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and here today. And then I'm heading out east in the fall to do New York, Boston, Chicago. Working on Philadelphia and Washington, but just love being in the U.S. and getting to sing for everybody and show up.
We like that. We like it when you show up.
It's good to show up.
For American audiences who might not be familiar with all of your music, how would you define your musical genre?
Well, I generally say I'm a singer-songwriter. I mostly, play piano and guitar, and then I sing, from the heart. A lot of songs in the old days, because I am over 40 now. The old days are about, boys were song fodder, so it was usually Break Up or Unrequited, or I was doing that when Taylor Swift wasn't even walking. But now, I have children, and so my view on life has changed. Things are a little more of a interesting struggle, and recognizing the challenges that we face as people, as a collective, as individuals. I've got a song called Go On. It's about I faced a really dark time in my life, and I wrote a song from the most. I think there's something about darkness in depression that you can hit that is just so quiet, because it's just so lonely. And when I sat at the piano, this is all that just came, and it was one of the biggest gifts from that dark time. It's called Go On. And then, I've got songs about standing up for yourself, where the lyrics are stand up to be counted, stand up for your rights, stand up and face your truth, because your freedom waits on the other side. And so these are things that a woman, over 35 might be facing or thinking about or realizing, as opposed to when I was in my 20s, and I might just play with him for a few weeks to see what I go through emotionally so that I can write about it.
Your music certainly is very emotional, but you also present a very positive outlook on life. And you do something called Shine Your Light. What is that? I
do a daily affirmation on my social media channels and my website, and it's about looking yourself in the mirror every morning and saying, good morning, I love you, me. Because that's really hard to do. So if you try doing it for 30 days, you'll find that it's really not easy to start. It gets easier by the end. And so the idea is, as we start to fulfill our inner potential and believe in ourselves, hopefully we'll inspire those around us and help shift the vibration of the entire planet to be a better place, I hope.
How have your children taken to your music?
Oh my gosh, that was a rough start. They used to scream at me to stop singing. Oh, it was... The first song I wrote after having children was called Save Me.
Okay, from my children.
Well, I was just so desperate to get out there and sing again and just be out there performing and entertaining. And they just weren't interested in me doing it at all. But then here we are, 10 years later since I had my first, and they're in the green room right now, and we're on tour together, and they're a big part of what I do. And they're just adorable. I just love them so much. It was one of the most amazing and hardest things I've ever done was becoming a mom, which is pretty normal, I think. Yeah.
So when you perform, and you perform all across the country, and especially on this tour, you're doing the same thing. What is it that you want people to take away from your performance?
When I first started singing, doors opened for me right away, and I think a lot of it's because I would get on stage and I would just, leave my guts on the stage. I just would sing my heart out, just my guts out. And then I started getting noticed for having a nice voice, so I started working on cultivating my voice, and it kind of pulled me back from the ability to just bare my soul on stage, because I wanted to sound good. And then I was worried about being a good songwriter and being noticed as a songwriter. So then eventually I started leaning towards, okay, well, I have to really make sure I can't just be writing the folk. I was compared to Joni Mitchell a lot because her songs are very open and free-flowing, and I was very uneducated musically. It was just, I've always just kind of let what comes come. So then I've developed as a songwriter, and now that I've done all those phases, I'm ready to get back out there and leave my guts on the stage and just sing from my heart for you. So. Well,
we're glad that you're going to do that, and I'm so glad you joined us today.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Jody Quine, she'll be featured this summer on some of our KVIE programming as a special musical guest, so you'll want to tune in for that. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everyone.